What's up, fellas? Happy Friday. I know some of y'all tripping because I know anytime I wear any outfit other than black, people usually take notice to it. So you notice I don't have on anything black today because that's kind of my normal, and it shouldn't surprise you because the covers of my book Mo 1 is black and white. And even aside from that, I own a lot of black clothes, man. If there's one color of clothes I own more than any other single color would be black. I'd say no less than 50% of my whole wardrobe is black. Yeah. Then I think second might be red. I think second would be either red or gray. Red or gray is second, and then whatever other one is third. But anyway, now in yesterday's video, I was talking about the flaws and weaknesses of Mode 2 behavior, and along with that, I was talking about the Aziz Ansari situation. Now, again, that's not a recent situation. That actually happened about 2 years ago. But I saw a couple of comments in my comment section, as well as I received at least, I think, 2 or 3 emails as well. Guys, I don't want to get into another admonishment video. I really don't. I don't want to do another admonishment video. But here's what a lot of you guys, and I don't want to generalize by age, but particularly a lot of you young guys got to realize, man, there's a percentage of guys out here, I notice in society, man, y'all want to blame everything on women. Y'all want to blame everything that's fucked up on women. And I'm here to tell you, man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, man. That is bullshit. Are women partially to blame for a lot of the problems in today's dating scene? Sure they are. Sure they are. But are they like 90 to 100% to blame? No. Matter of fact, as I've mentioned before, if you were asking me to assign a percentage of blame for each gender, I would put 50 to 60% of the blame on the problems in today's dating scene on men, and I would put maybe 40 to 50% of the blame on women. So it'd be basically roughly half and half. I would give a slight lean towards men. I think men are just as much, if not slightly more, responsible for the problems in today's dating scene as women are. If I had to highlight one, I highlight at least 2 or 3 areas where I think men contribute to what's wrong with today's dating scene. One has to do with, as related to my Mode 1 philosophy, is lying. You got too many men out here lying to women, man. And not to say that women don't lie. You got some women who are lying too, and they at fault too. But anytime you're engaging in dishonesty, you're contributing to the problem. You're contributing to the problem. For example, if you're out here giving women the impression that you want a long-term sexual relationship when you really want a short-term, you're the problem. If you're out here giving women a misleading impression that you want a strictly monogamous relationship when you really want a non-monogamous relationship, you're the problem. You're the problem. Don't even look at women. Don't even think about looking at women. You're the problem. If you're out here raping women, date raping women, trying to get women sloppy drunk so you can date rape them, or putting date rape drugs in their foods or drinks, you're definitely the fucking problem. So I don't want to hear this shit about all these women today are fucked up, man. All these women are fucked up today, man. In your generation, it seemed like the women were better. Women today, man, they fucked up. No, I don't want to hear that shit, man. I don't want to hear that shit. I'll tell you another problem you men have. A lot of you men, and this relates to my concept of no free attention, no free attention. You got I notice way too many men today, man. Y'all spend way too much time with women and or spend way too much money on women that you are not fucking. That you are not fucking. What is that even about? Why are you spending a boatload of time with women that you are not fucking? Why are you spending a boatload of money on women that you are not fucking? Why? I've never been no big spender type or no whiner and diner type. The women who I do, though, spend some degree of money on is women I'm fucking. Women that I've already fucked. The only women I really spend a significant amount of time with is women that we're currently fucking. If I'm not fucking a woman, I don't spend a significant amount of time with a woman, and I for damn sure don't spend no money on a woman. So so related to this Aziz Ansari, not too many guys, but at least a handful of guys were saying to me, well, Alan, man, it seemed like you trying to make Aziz out to be the problem in that situation, when in reality, that woman shouldn't have came to his place if she had no desire to give him sex. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I just covered that like 2 or 3 videos ago. I don't know if I covered it in the free portion, but I know I definitely covered it in the Patreon portion. That's bullshit. See, y'all guys got to get out of this. Matter of fact, I just dealt with a client either yesterday or the day before yesterday. I was having a Skype consultation with a client, and I had to break it down to him, man, because he had that attitude. He was telling me about he's had a lot of situations where women have come to his place, and then they ended up just engaging in general conversation with him, and they didn't end up sucking his dick or giving him any pussy, or in some cases, they didn't even end up tongue kissing him. And he was almost trying to blame it on the women. I had almost like this attitude, like, what's wrong with women, man? They'll come over your place, but yet, they don't want to make out with you. They don't want to give you no pussy. And the first thing I said, okay, before they came over your place, did you specifically tell them that you wanted to fuck them? And he was like, no, man, Alan, no. I feel like that's too aggressive, man. I think, that would turn women off. I would never want to be that aggressive. I just kind of looked at him on Skype like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you think Mode 1 is all about? Man, I don't let no woman come over my place unless she confirms that we fucking. Real talk. I don't ever let no woman walk through the door of my apartment if she hasn't, previous to coming over my place, confirmed that there is a 99.9% chance that we fucking. If a woman ain't giving me like a 99.9% confirmation that we fucking, she ain't coming in my place. I'm saying that real talk. She is not coming in my place. Ever. I'm not going over her. Same thing with going over her place. I don't go over a woman's place, man, unless a woman. Why do you think I do phone sex so much? That's at least half the reason why I engage, most of the time why I engage in phone sex with women before I either invite them over my place or come over their place. Unless, of course, exception would be like a same-day seduction. I wouldn't do phone sex. I just talk dirty to them face-to-face. But most women, just about, I say this in my book, Who Said Again, I would say starting with roughly 1992. Starting with roughly 1991, 1992, up until now, I would estimate that no less than 5 out of every 7 women, 5 out of every 7 women that I've engaged in sex with, I engaged in at least one episode of phone sex with them first. Yep, at least 5 out of every 7 women I've had sex with, I engaged in at least one episode of phone sex with them first. And half the reason I engage in phone sex with women is because that's how I get women, number one, to give me verbal consent that they want me to fuck them, to give me verbal consent, and also for them to confirm that they do indeed want me to fuck them. Man, I don't allow no woman to come over my crib unless they give me an indication that we fuck it. I don't gamble. See, what a lot of you guys like to do is gamble. If you allow a woman to come over your crib and she hasn't given you any definite indication that y'all gonna be fucking, what you're essentially doing is what I like to call gamble. Why you think on the cover of my book, The Possibility of Sex, what do I have on the cover of my book, The Possibility of Sex? What do I have on the cover of my book, The Possibility of Sex? To remind you again. A big slot machine. A Las Vegas style slot machine. It's a young man getting ready to pull the lever on a big slot machine. And the prize, if you see look at the cover again, it's a woman on top. That's like the prize. It's a big slot machine. And the reason I chose that as my cover is because what I'm trying to say to you guys is that when you fail to be mode 1, when you're either exhibiting mode 2 behavior and even more so mode 3 behavior, what you're essentially doing is you're gambling with your time and your money. You're gambling. It's like rolling the dice, having 2 dice in your hand, you just throw the dice. You're gambling. You're gambling with your time and your money. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're gambling with your time and your money. What happens when you gamble? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you win. I wouldn't say sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I would say sometimes you win, the vast majority of the time you lose. When you gamble, sometimes you get lucky and win, but the vast majority of the time you lose. I don't like to gamble with my time and money. It's like Gordon Gekko. I don't know if you guys ever watched this old movie called Wall Street with Michael Douglas and Charlie Sheen. When Michael Douglas, I think he won an Academy Award for his role as Gordon Gekko. He was this Wall Street, ruthless Wall Street, what do you call it, corporate raider. But anyway, he tells Charlie Sheen one time in the scene, he says, I can't remember the exact words, but something to the effect. He said, most investment bankers on Wall Street, they gamble on the next best thing. He said, I only bet on sure things. Now, I have to say, he was doing some unethical shit in the movie. What he was doing was known as insider trading, which is illegal on Wall Street. He was involved in insider trading. But, yeah, he said, I bet on sure things. Yeah, man, so for all those guys who say, hey, Alan, man, Aziz Ansari, man, he, to me, he was the victim here. It was the woman who was at fault. She should have never number one, she should have never came on his place if she wasn't planning on giving up the pussy. Again, that's bullshit, man. Women love male attention. Okay? Here's what I'm going to just lay it down to you simply, man. Women love male attention. Any opportunity you give them to have access to your non-physical, non-sexual time, attention, and companionship, they're going to take it. Write that down if you need to. Any opportunity you give women to gain access to your non-physical, non-sexual time, attention, and companionship, where that they can be flattered by you, where that they can be entertained by you, where they can receive free meals from you, non-financial favors from you, where they can have you be an empathetic listening ear to their problems, disappointments, and frustrations. They're going to take it. Okay? You get that? They're going to take it. So in other words, when you invite a woman to your place, she's not thinking, oh, I'm going over there so he can fuck me. Oh, I'm going over there so I can suck his dick. No, she's thinking, I'm going over to that man's place so he can flatter me, so he can entertain me, so he can be an empathetic listening ear to my problems and listen to me talk about bullshit. That's what she's fucking thinking. She ain't thinking about your fucking dick. I don't care if it's 1 o'clock in the morning. That ain't what she's thinking about. Unless you make it clear that that's what you want. Women ain't no mind readers, man. If you want some pussy, you gotta make it fucking clear that you want some pussy. That's the whole purpose of Mall 1, man. I don't gamble with women. I make it clear to women that if you want to spend time with me, you got to give up the ass. In one way or another, that's what I communicate to women. If you want to spend time with me, you got to pay for my attention one of two ways. You either got to pay for my attention with money and or pussy. With money and or pussy. If you ain't offering to spend money on me or help me out business-wise, or you ain't offering to suck my dick and give me some pussy, you ain't gonna spend no time with me. Period. End the story. End the story. So bottom line, quit blaming women, man, when you at fault for your lack of clear-cut communication. Don't blame women when you're a liar, a misleading manipulator, or more so just a verbal coward. If you're one or more of those three things, you don't need to be pointing no fingers at women. You don't need to be pointing any fingers at women. If you're a liar, if you're a misleading manipulator, you have a vague and ambiguous verbal communication style, or you're just flat out a verbal coward, you don't need to be putting any blame on women for shit. For shit. That's on you. Take notes. Keep that in mind. Now, here's what I really want to talk about, and it's related to what I just talked about. You want to know one of the worst things you could do with a woman? And I haven't talked about this concept in a while. I used to talk about this a lot on Blog Talk Radio. Is a concept, I just actually mentioned it yesterday. In yesterday's video, I briefly mentioned it. But it's a concept known as FunClubbing. FunClubbing. That's one of the worst things you can do with a woman, is FunClubbing. For those who are new listeners and viewers of mine who might not never listened to me on Blog Talk Radio or never heard any of my videos from maybe 2 years ago, what is FunClubbing? First of all, that's a term me and my fraternity brothers used to use at Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana. Yeah, that was a term that was mainly came from my fraternity. FunClubbing. FunClubbing, in a nutshell, is anytime you're spending, it could be as minimal as a few hours, like 2 or 3 hours with a woman, or it could be as maximum as years. But anytime you're spending time with a woman and you're giving that woman the misleading impression that you're content with being just her purely platonic male friend, but you know deep down, you want that woman to be either your next long-term girlfriend, your next long-term polyamorous lover, your next short-term casual sex fuck buddy, or a friends with benefits partner, one of those four. You know deep down you want her to be one of those four, but you're pretending like you just enjoy her platonic companionship. And she has no clue of your romantic or sexual interest. That means you're FunClubbing. And FunClubbing is a very detrimental thing to do and a very time-wasting thing to do. And I'm going to break it down in the Patreon exclusive portion.